request which cannot be ignored here. If I can dig it up, I'll find it.
I can.
Oh, I can. I got it.
All right.
Yeah. This is, well, this sort of, you like themes, right? Okay.
We will have much to talk about.
Okay. All right. So for Dennis, a poem called "The Iron Bridge." Also, kind of begins with the circumstances of the poem. The Iron Bridge. I am standing on a disused iron bridge that was erected in 1902, according to the iron plaque bolted into a beam, the year my mother turned 1. Imagine a mother in her infancy, and she was a Canadian infant at that, one of the great infants of the province of Ontario. But here I am, leaning on the rusted railing, looking at the water below, which is flat and reflective this morning, sky blue and streaked with high clouds. And the more I look at the water, which is like a talking picture, the more I think of 1902, when workmen in shirts and caps riveted this iron bridge together across a thin channel joining 2 lakes, where wildflowers now blow along the shore and pairs of swans float in the leafy coves. 1902. My mother was so tiny, she could have fit into one of those oval baskets for holding apples, which her mother could have lined with a soft cloth and placed on the kitchen table, so she could keep an eye on infant Catherine while she scrubbed potatoes or shelled a bag of peas, the way I am keeping an eye on that cormorant who just broke the glassy surface and is moving away from me and the bridge, swiveling his curious head, slipping out to where the sun rakes the water and filters through the trees that crowd the shore. And now he dives, disappears below the surface, and while I wait for him to pop up somewhere, I picture him flying underwater with his strange wings, as I picture you, my tiny mother, who disappeared last year, flying somewhere with your strange wings, your wide eyes and your heavy wet dress, kicking deeper down into a lake with no end or name, some boundless province of water. Well, thank you so much for coming, and it's just amazing. Scene. I've never read a place like this. It's just incredible. So look, you should all come up here individually and look out and see yourselves. It's a great sight. So I'll end with this poem and thank you for coming and thank Dennis, of course, and Janet as well for greeting me and facilitating all this. The poem is called Nightclub. I like to end with this poem. And I just mentioned, I hope you know this singer, Johnny Hartman, who's a jazz singer, right? So, ballad singer. Recorded back in the 70s, I guess, or even earlier, recorded a famous album with John Coltrane, where Johnny Hartman sings these ballads and John Coltrane follows him along on saxophone. Nightclub. You are so beautiful, and I am a fool to be in love with you, is a theme that keeps coming up in songs and poems. There seems to be no room for variation. I have never heard anyone sing, I am so beautiful, and you are a fool to be in love with me, even though this notion has surely crossed the minds of women and men alike. You are so beautiful, too bad you're a fool is another one you don't hear. Or, you are a fool to consider me beautiful. That one you will never hear, guaranteed. For no particular reason this afternoon, I am listening to Johnny Hartman, whose dark voice can curl around the concepts of love, beauty, and foolishness like no one else's can. It feels like smoke curling up from a cigarette someone left burning on a baby grand piano around 3 o'clock in the morning, smoke that billows up into the bright lights, while out there in the darkness, some of the beautiful fools have gathered around little tables to listen, some with their eyes closed, others leaning forward into the music as if it were holding them up, or just twirling the loose ice in a glass, slipping by degrees into a rhythmic dream. Yes, there is all this foolish beauty born beyond midnight that has no desire to go home, especially now when everyone in the room is watching the large man with the tenor sax that hangs from his neck like a golden fish. He moves forward to the edge of the stage and hands the instrument down to me and nods that I should play. So I put the mouthpiece to my lips and blow into it with all my living breath. We are all so foolish. My long bebop solo begins by saying, so damn foolish, we have become beautiful without even knowing it. Thank you.